to do is get home and have a long hot bath and put on some new clothes. I don't want anything to remind me of that place.
Tracy, I want you to think about it. And I want you to think about it very carefully. There's always a chance that you might not have to come back here, or if you do, not for very long. But you've got to tell the police what they want to know. You could be in terrible danger.
All right, I'll think about it, but not now. Let's not spoil it.
Plans for us for tonight. How would you like to take your glamorous daughter out to the most expensive restaurant in town?
All right, sure.
I mean, she's no different to any of us, except she's only on remand.
Look, I feel sorry for the kid, that's all. I mean, finally the police decide to drop their objection to her getting out on bail, and then her father refuses to pay it.
Well, I bet you wouldn't feel so sorry for her if she was 50 years old and plain.
That's not true. I just feel sorry for her, that's all.
Why don't you admit it? You've got a crush on her. Every time she comes near you, your eyes go all soft and you get all awkward.
Will you lay off me? Or you're going to get all soft and awkward because I'm going to put you in the dryer.
I thought you said that Tracy's father wasn't going to pay her bail.
Yeah, that's what she told me.
Must have changed his mind. I just saw them leaving together.
Oh, well, that's real good for her, isn't it? I mean, it'll make you happy, won't it, Dora?
You'll be a lot better off too, won't you, Jude? I mean, it wasn't going to work out, was it? Anyway, you couldn't put me in the dryer because I'd go all soft and fluffy and you couldn't do a thing with me.
So what's new about that, eh?
4 copies of each, thank you, Sally. Tomorrow morning will do.
Mrs. Davidson, do you have a minute?
Yes, Mr. Fletcher, what is it?
Well, I was just wondering how you thought that Jones would go with the parole board tomorrow.
Well, she should be all right. She does have a good record. And, of course, having the responsibility of a child to look after should help her.
Yeah. He's going to be one very happy little boy. The kid deserves a break.
You sound as if you care more than you normally would.
No, not really. But weren't you advocating that we should concern ourselves more with the prisoner's problems?
Yes, but not to the point of personal involvement.
Good night, Mrs. Davidson.
Good night.
What with one thing and another, I reckon poor old Linda won't sleep much tonight.
Yeah. Lizzie, you don't get mad at me, but do you reckon you're doing the right thing? I mean, it's still not too late. Linda's really prepared to tell him what happened.
No, love. I want it this way. I don't want Linda to suffer. When she hit Kay over the head, she did it to protect me. Now I've got to protect her.
Yeah, I know that, but in the long run, you'd both get off anyway.
Yeah, in the long run. But what we've got to do now is think of Danny. He needs his mum and she needs him. The poor little kid, he's had a very rough time. It could ruin his whole life. Now, we've got to think of the kids, haven't we?
Well, what about Josie?
She'll probably be in America for years. The best I can do for her is write to her. And I can do that just as well in here as on the outside.
What if they don't believe your story?
They will. Once they find out what Kay's really like, the worst they can do is give me a few extra weeks. It'll be really worth it just to get her out of the way for a little while.
Well, have you heard any more about how Kay is?
No, I haven't. But if she's lasted this long, she must be all right.
Yeah.
So how'd you get onto this flat?
Oh, you know Mr. Bronson, the news agent I work for?
Yeah.
Well, he heard about it from one of his customers.
Well, it's got 2 bedrooms, living, dining room, kitchen and bathroom.
And its own balcony, and its own car park area.
You haven't even got a car.
Yeah, well, we will have by the time I've saved up. Mr. Bronson said I can do the morning round as well as the afternoon round, and on the weekends...
Hey, hang on. Hey, don't take on too much. You've still got your schoolwork to do, don't forget.
Well, I've got to look after Mum first. She's not going back in that place again.
Yeah, somehow I don't think she will either, Danny.
Well, it is going to go okay tomorrow, isn't it?
Well, it'll have to, won't it? And having a place for you both to live will be a big point in the favour. You've done well, mate.
Oh, I didn't do much. Mr. Bronson helped.
Well, I suppose I'd better pop down and see him and arrange about the lease and things, eh?
Oh, it's already been done. Mr. Bronson saw the real estate man this afternoon.
Well, there doesn't seem to be much left for me to do then, does there?
Oh, come off it. I had to do something. You've done everything for us up to now.
Well, in that case, you can do the washing up.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Mrs. Davidson.
Sally, could you get out the files for Birdsworth, Smith and Gaffney, please? The VJ will need them later this morning.
This message just came in for you.
Miss Bennett, would you bring Birdsworth to my office straight away, please?
Right.
Morning, Mrs. Davidson.
Good morning, Lizzie.
I'm going to see the VJ today, aren't I?
Yes, later. Sit down, Lizzie.
He's going to have a busy day. What with me and Bea and Margot. Who's going to be first up?
Lizzie, when you see the VJ, it will be on a different charge.
Different charge? Why? I hadn't done nothing else.
No, I mean, the charge will be changed. We've been notified by the hospital. During the night, Kay White died from a clot on the brain.
Oh. I suppose I'm going to lose me buyer privileges.
VKC to base.
Hello, Jan. Tracy.
Oh, hi. Heard you were out. Rang your father this morning at work. How was it?
Well, if you've got a week to spare, I'd tell you.
Oh, sounds fascinating.
Listen, Jan, are you doing anything this morning?
Not really. Why?
Well, can you come over?
Oh, I'd love to. When?
Well, as soon as you can. And, Jan, would you wear something distinctive?
But I always do. Why?
I just want you to look conspicuous.
Sounds fascinating. I'll be so conspicuous no one could miss me.
Marvelous. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Oh, Lizzie, are you all right?
No talking. Now get back to work, Jones.
But she doesn't look well.
I said get back to work.
Lizzie, it's Linda. What's happened?
Kay White died during the night.
Oh, God, no. Oh, look, I'll have to go to Mrs. Davidson.
No, don't be a fool. Doesn't make any difference. We thought she was dead in the first place. Now, don't you worry. I can bluff it out.
Oh, but Lizzie, what if they don't believe you?
So what? I'm old. They won't hang me.
But you'll lose your remission.
So I'll be stuck in here for a few more years. What's the difference? I got nothing on the outside. All my friends are in here.
Oh, I got to do something. I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
Now, you listen to me. Your parole hearing comes up today. The only important thing is that you get out of here so that you can look after young Danny. I can look after myself, but he can't. So beat it before you get caught talking to me, right?
Oh, Lizzie, I'll never forget you for this. Have you heard yet?
What?
Well, I was just talking to Lizzie. Kay White died last night.
thought she was going to be all right.
She must have had a relapse. Well, that does it. Then you'll have to go and see Mrs. Davidson now. Well, I wanted to, but Lizzie wouldn't let me. But you've got to. The VJ's seeing her today, and she might get lumbered with manslaughter or maybe even murder.
No, Doreen, she's made up her mind. It's how she wants it.